All right, today we're diving into a betting system that has a pretty famous name attached to it. It promises to bring some mathematical order to the often chaotic world of sports betting. The question is it all math, or is it just a myth? Let's find out.
We've all been there, haven't we? You're on a losing streak, and that voice in your head tells you to just bet a little bigger to win it all back. It's a total emotional roller coaster. But what if you could take all that emotion, all that gut feeling, and replace it with a clear step-by-step mathematical plan?
Well, that's where the Fibonacci betting system comes in. Now, it's called a negative progression strategy, which is really just a fancy way of saying you bet more when you lose and less when you win. The goal here isn't to hit one massive jackpot. It's about protecting your bankroll and trying to grind out small, steady profits.
So, how does this thing actually work? Well, the whole system is built on a really simple but kind of beautiful mathematical sequence that you've probably heard of before, even if you didn't know it.
Don't let the name or the formula scare you off. The Fibonacci sequence is incredibly simple. You just take the last two numbers, add them together, and that's your next number. It's a pattern that shows up everywhere in nature. It's pretty cool, actually. And today, we're going to use it to structure our bets. So this sequence, 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, and on, this is literally our roadmap. Each of these numbers represents how many units we're going to stake on our next bet. Think of it like a ladder. You'll be moving up and down depending on if you win or lose. Okay, so we've got our ladder of numbers. How do we actually climb it? The whole system can be boiled down to a super simple motto. 1 step forward when you lose, but 2 steps back when you win. And here it is, the golden rule. If you lose a bet, you just move 1 step up that ladder for your next wager. Simple enough. But if you win, you get to jump back down 2 steps. That quick retreat after a win is the secret sauce here. It's designed to lock in a small profit and pull your stakes back down to safer territory as fast as possible. Let's look at this in action, because this makes it so clear. We hit a nasty 4-bet losing streak, right? Our stake climbed all the way up to €5. But then, boom, we get a win. We immediately jump back 2 spots, and our next bet is only €2. We trade another loss and 2 wins, and look at that. We're right back where we started. After an even 50-50 split of wins and losses, our bankroll is totally fine. That's the system doing its job.
Of course, if you're thinking about trying a system like this, it's only going to work if you're on a good platform. You absolutely need a reliable bookmaker with fair odds. For those of you looking for a list of the best betting sites in your country, maybe even ones offering a 300% bonus, just search for betplace.us in your browser. Okay, so it looks pretty good on paper, right? But every single betting system has its weak spots. So let's do a quick reality check and break down the real-world pros and cons of using the Fibonacci method. You can see the trade-offs pretty clearly here. On the plus side, it is a much safer system than some others out there. Your stakes don't just explode after a few losses, which is huge for keeping your emotions in check. But there are downsides. You can really only have one bet going at a time. And while it's safer, a really long losing streak can still push your stakes up to a scary level, and you might even run into the bookie's maximum bet limit.
And this quote right here, it just nails it. The Fibonacci system isn't really about making you a millionaire overnight. It's about giving you a framework for discipline. It's a tool for beginners or even pros to manage your money, take the emotion out of it, and just keep things sustainable. Oh, and here's a key detail. For a negative progression system like this to work best, you really need to be betting on odds that are around 2.00, basically even money. That ensures a win can cover your previous losses. And, finding those good odds is half the battle. As a little resource, if you're looking to compare the best betting sites in your country and find things like a 300% bonus, searching for betplace.us is a really good place to start. So, after all that, what's the bottom line? Is the Fibonacci system some kind of secret weapon for bettors, or is it just an interesting idea? Now this is where you really see what the Fibonacci is all about. Let's put it head-to-head with the infamous martingale system, where you just double your bet every time you lose. In a total nightmare scenario, 8 losses in a row, the Fibonacci user is down €52. The martingale user? They've lost a staggering €253. That just shows you in black and white how much less risky this approach is. So let's be crystal clear here. The Fibonacci system is not a magic crystal ball. It can't tell you who's going to win the game. What it is a tool. It's a conservative staking plan, a fantastic method for taking your emotions out of the driver's seat, and a smart way to manage your bankroll. It is not a guaranteed ticket to winning money.
And look, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter if you're using Fibonacci, another system, or just your own gut feeling. None of it works without a solid foundation, and that starts with using a bookmaker you can actually trust. So, for one last tip, if you need a hand finding those top-rated betting sites in your country, and you're interested in deals like a 300% bonus, go ahead and give betplace.us a search. And that kind of leads us to the big final question, doesn't it? Is any betting system really a path to guaranteed profit, or is its true value found in the discipline it forces you to have? Something for you to think about. Thanks so much for joining this explainer, and we'll catch you on the next one.